So if I look at the chart that we have up on our my courses, you can see T6, which is the vertebra. Finished modeling here. It's 19. It's body height in the anterior, this edge. And I'm trying to do say T10. So that's at 23. So that's the first thing I'm going to change. So I'm going to select right mouse and say faces. I'm going to pull all of these. And I'm going to hit B, which means add my soft select. I can also double click on that's the move tool. Sorry, I went to double click on the scale tool. And you can see the soft select is there. So what I can do with the letter B, the middle mouse is drag. Whoops, did not do that right. Left mouse B, I can increase or decrease what's being changed. So let's just raise this up a little bit. So that's 20. This would be that would be 10. This is centimeters, right? So that's 10 millimeters, and that's a little bit beyond each, maybe just a little too big. So let's say that's about. Now what that did hopefully was let me keep some of this scale here accurate. It didn't make it too abrupt. Okay. We could get real technical and try to go back into the poster end, which is 25, which is back here. It's even a little bigger. So I could theoretically take just those faces, make that just a little larger to kind of more accurately reflect the difference between the anterior and posterior. Okay, now, so let's stop here. So now if I look at the width, okay, so for T6, the width was about 30 for the width and about almost about the same, right, for the depth here. At T10, the width goes up to about 35 and the depth goes up to, I'm sorry, the width is the triangle. The width goes about to 37, let's say, and the depth goes to about 35, okay? So the triangle is the human width. The square is the human depth. Ignore the P stands for porcine. So, all right, let's go back now and then see what can we do with this. So we're here on the top view. Again, let's grab the faces. And right now we're at, should be about whatever we were, 24 or so. I'm looking over at the cheat. I'm cheating, looking at the thing. Oh, about 30. Okay, so we're about 15, right? 10 plus 5. Okay. So now I got to get to the width. I need to get to about 37. Okay, for T10. So that means I got to have about how much more? Like about that. So that would be 10, 5, 7. That would be 34, right? Well, that would be 20. 10, 20, that would be 40. So I'm a little big. Let's go a little smaller. That's about 37. And the depth we said was going to be about, depth was 30. Okay, so it's kind of tough to do this one depth-wise. So we went from, let's say here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So we're about right for the depth, okay. And that's not too different than it was. Oh, I'm sorry, the depth is about 35. Okay, so we got to go a little bit bigger. Now what we can do too, let's undo that for a second. Here's another way we can do this. So let's go with the width, back out to about 37. And let's go for the depth. This time let's hold down the letter D, click on the blue, hold down the letter C at the same time, and snap my scaling pivot point there, so I'm only growing forward. So that was about 30, so we need to go about to there. Okay, let's double check. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right, and we went from, you go 30 to 35. So I'm going to say we're a little bit, almost 35. We're just a little bit short of that, but we're a little bit past 5. So let's go just, okay. That makes us, just, I think this edge here could be just a little wider. There we go. Alright, so that gives us that factor. Now we've got the body. Now if I look at the Grant's anatomy, you can see I don't see a real lot of difference in terms of the positioning of the transverse processes relative to T6 and T10, although certainly this looks a little bulkier. So I'm going to just maybe go to the front view here, and I'll grab edges. I'd rather not cut this all apart and readjust this, so I'm going to just make them a little thicker. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for the transverse processes. So now I'm using this lateral diagram to try to compare the spinous process of T6 and T10. You can see that's quite a remarkable difference. T6 is much longer and thinner. T10 is short and blunt. Now, if you looked at the example of the movie I showed making the painting of T6, when I took T6 into Mudbox and did my displacement map and painting, I used a lot of, or I used a much higher resolution. In other words, I added edges to make a little higher polygon count and give me a little more information. This model is the same model, it's just a little lower count, which will make it hopefully easier for me to manipulate, especially the spinous process here. So let's go to, I want to scale this. So what I did was I took the lasso tool and I said faces, and I circled these, and then I said R for scale, held down the D and then the C, and snapped right there, so that when I did the scale, or actually I want to do the rotate first, so that I did the rotate, I could rotate this up a little bit. And then I did the scale, and again that lets me bring things from this position. Okay, then I think what I would do is grab this edge, just that edge. Maybe the one down here too. So I have those three. I would try to make this. You know what? Let's try this. Let's try. See how it's the orientation here is world, or actually I have it on object. But even if I make it world, it's not going to change. If I make a component, still not really going to give me what I want. So what I'm going to do is hold down the D key, go back to world, hold down the D key here. Let me get my edges. I'm sorry I dropped them. And I'm going to rotate the pivot point. So when I scale, scales a little more in the direction I want it to. And that still may be just a little bit big. And you know, the best test for this would be literally if I could see like T11 and T12 there, but I'm sorry, T10 and T9. I'm on T10. T9 and T11, so I could see either side of me what's going on or above and beyond. But I think this is closed for right now. Okay, so we're going to leave this pretty much this way. Okay, maybe take this one, click off for a second, just this one edge in the middle, and just make it just, again, rotate it just a little bit. Just a little bit bigger. And maybe move it down a little bit. And move this edge up a little bit. Kind of get that feel it's got there. Okay. And maybe what I'll do is I'll take the soft select off and just move that up a little bit. Maybe take a little bit of this with me. I need the other edges then, so let's try just taking these faces. Kind of at the end here. Can't tell if I got that top one. I don't. I want this face selected as well. We'll put the soft select on, but now I'm using the left mouse button with the letter B selected, so the soft select is only going to be a very minimal change here. I'm going to rotate my axis again. I'm going to rotate my axis again. And now move this up a little bit. There we go. Okay. And that will give me, a pretty decent rendition of what that looks like. I could maybe take this middle edge one more time.